During the 2020 lockdowns, Kelly and I made this podcast to talk about the movies that we love while bored at home. We tried so many different ways to record and edit, but found it difficult and we experienced some bad sound quality until we found Zencaster. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencaster. Log in using your browser and start recording a high quality podcast right away. Record studio quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen, knowing Zencaster's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencaster's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. So go to Zencaster.com/pricing and use our code SYTYI, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencaster paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experiences we do for all of our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
Hey guys, you've heard us talk about how we want to live our lives in balance with our hectic work lives to getting a workout in and treating our bodies better. I've been changing my routine up at the gym and getting myself to eat better. And one thing I'm adding is liquid IV. In one stick, I'm getting 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than if I drank water alone. It's great for those tough workouts where I need an extra boost or when I'm feeling a little run down after a long day at work. I love how on the go this packaging is. I throw a few in my gym or my work bag and it takes up zero space. And the taste is amazing. Since it's summertime, I'm reaching more for strawberry lemonade. And with other great summer flavors like watermelon and guava, there's something for everyone. And it's not just the flavor that will have you grabbing for more. Like I said, Liquid IV contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, and B12, and vitamin C. And it's made with premium ingredients. So, if you want to up your hydration game this summer, get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code SYTYI at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using our code SYTYI at liquidiv.com.
Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast. That was not a word. I'm going to start that over. Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast.
There we go.
I apparently can't speak.
No.
I love to make new words up on the spot.
Yep.
So
And we just roll with it until we can't.
That's fun. That's
Yep.
exciting.
Very.
Yeah. How was your week, Kelly?
It was all right. We are entering winter for real.
Yeah, we are.
And people would think I'm joking because of where I live, but I mean it. We are hitting 26 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, that's awful. Ew.
Yeah, I've never had to do this, but one of our neighbors came out to us and was like, "Oh, so what are you using to cover your pipes?" And we're like,
Cover your pipes. What?
"What?
Whoa!
What do you mean cover our
Really?
pipes?" He's all like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's hitting 26." And he's all like, "And I also saw that you guys didn't cover your plants last night. It was 30, what was it, 31 last night?" And we're like, "I didn't know
Wait,
you had to do
you have
that."
you have plants?
Yeah, we have some bushes in the front, and then we have bushes in the back now that we planted like a month ago. Um
Okay.
yeah, they weren't there when you were here.
I was
But
like, I don't remember you having plants.
but yeah, we're like, we did not know that. They're like, yeah, if you don't cover your plants, then they'll get frost and they'll die. And we're like, oh, okay. And then they're like, yeah, and then you need something that'll cover your pipe like a pool noodle. And we're like, we don't have pool noodles.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that, but like, I didn't think they were doing that where you live.
That is exactly. And we didn't even think to like, because we saw the temperature and we're like, okay, it's gonna be really cold. But I guess like people's
Wait,
pipes have frozen out here.
do you have exposed pipe?
Well, we have some exposed pipe for the pool. And
Okay.
then I think there's some exposed pipe in the front area, but I don't know where. I just
And they're
I don't
metal
remember.
pipes, not like the like not plastic. What is I don't know what it's called right
PVC.
now. PVC pipes?
I genuinely don't know, but they told us that if we have any exposed pipe, we got to cover it, and we're like, oh, suddenly I live in a climate where I got to do that, I guess.
Weird. Okay. Okay. Weird. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be 26 tomorrow. I'm bringing out my big coat and my scarf. Hopefully, I
Okay.
survive because I was not built for the cold. I was not. But
Yeah, me
I
neither.
like the cold if I'm prepared for it.
I don't like it.
But yeah,
So, I don't like any extreme weather, to be honest. That's why I love living in Northern California. We
yeah.
very rarely get extreme weather.
Also, there's
So,
like
yeah.
a lot of microclimates too. So like, if it's super cold in one area, you can kind of go like 30
Yeah.
minutes to an hour in a different direction, and you'd be warmer.
Yeah. Northern California, place to stay, place to live. Don't come here though.
No,
Don't come here. It's the place to be for the people who are already here, and honestly, some of us need to leave too. But
let me back. Let me back.
you've waited too long, Kelly. You might have to stay. you
No, how dare
you
you?
you might have to stay. You
How
kind of
dare you?
waited too long. It's been almost 2 years. You kind of
No, it hasn't.
it's been like a year and a half, hasn't it?
No,
Hasn't it? I feel like it
no,
has.
mm-mm.
I feel like it's been like a year and a half.
No.
Kelly already forfeited her driver's license. I think she might not be able to come back.
Shut up.
We should make a poll.
Oh, shut up.
Should Kelly be able to come back to
Shut up.
California after abandoning us? I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, I am visiting.
Everyone visits California, but can you live in California
I
again?
did. Yes. Please. I'm begging at this point.
Kelly's not. I bet Kelly hasn't even tried to apply for jobs out here. So I don't know.
You don't know that.
I don't think she has what it takes to be a Californian again.
Is this a reverse psychology thing?
No, it's not. I'm
Yeah, it is.
being I'm being completely honest. I don't think Kelly has what it takes to be a Californian anymore.
Shut up. Tell me about your week. Get out of here.
My week was it was pretty exhausting.
Mm.
And then I didn't help myself because I took a live bike class and I'm
Oh
never doing that
yeah.
again. I'm never doing that
Yeah.
again. I'm too competitive.
Yeah.
I almost died.
See, and I'm one of those people that I just haven't done a live class because of by the time I get home, they're
They're
already like
over. Yeah.
they're over or they're like already 10 minutes in and I'm just like that's I can't
Yeah.
even like jump in on that one. So I've never done it, but after Jordan told me about it, I was like maybe I should hop on because I also get competitive, but then I was like I don't want to die.
Hmm.
Because I would also be one of those people that would I wouldn't have the I couldn't have the leaderboard open. I could not.
Yeah, I had the
Because I
leaderboard
feel like
open.
my eyes would be glued to it.
I had the leaderboard open and I was like, I have to finish at least in the top 20. I was like, I can't not be in the top 20.
If you're riding the bike and you have the leaderboard open so you can see it, um, there's something wrong with you, or you're toxic, or you're both.
I was toxic during that live class because like when I do
Yeah.
like the on-demand classes, I don't care.
Really?
I don't care what I'm doing the
Okay.
on-demand classes. But when I was in that live class, my leaderboard was on and I was looking.
It was life or death.
Yeah. So yeah, that was not good for me, but
Yeah. And then I don't think I could do live classes also because of the fact that they do shout out people on the leaderboard.
yeah. I didn't get a shout
And
out,
then
but that's
I
fine.
I probably wouldn't either, but I like the names that would consistently stay at the top. I'd be like, I'm coming for you. Like I
Hmm.
probably will never catch up to you, but I'm coming for you.
Coming for you.
It's one of those turtle in the hair scenarios. I am the turtle.
Yeah,
Eventually I will catch up.
always.
Always.
And then at work, so at my job, I got hired for like this new program, and then it wasn't ready or something, so they had us like all working on an old program, and now like we're like starting to actually get into like the new program that we were like hired for. Working on a new program sucks.
Oof.
It's it's really annoying because no one knows what they're doing. Like you'll
Mm,
constantly
hmm.
get to like areas where like no one knows what to do. It's just not great. It's not great.
Hmm. I mean, I feel like when stuff like that happens at work, it's just awful.
It's awful.
It's never good. You never have a
It's
good
like
experience with stuff like that.
I need to like move forward with this thing, but I can't
Oh,
because no one knows what to do.
right.
So,
And then you can't, and then everybody you try to ask that you think have it under control, they're like,
no,
I ain't know
no,
nothing. And you're like, there is no hope for the rest of us.
no. So yeah, pray for us at my job. We're really going
Yeah.
through it. But yeah,
Rip.
that's it for me. What about you?
Um, I've got I've got a little bit of beef with people at my gym.
Oh, tell me more.
So here's the thing. My gym is part of a community rec center. So like there's a boys and girls club. There's a full on gym, and it's one of those really big gyms where they have that like little curtain that you can pull down.
I have no idea
And
what you're talking
so
about. What is that?
oh
A
oh you
curtain?
have yeah, so like when gyms are really big and it's like to break up the space, they have these really big like curtains that come from the ceiling and like they're motorized and you like put them down so that you can separate. So our gym is big enough that when you put the curtain down, you have two full sized basketball courts still, and like some
Okay.
extra room on the sides. So there's that, and so like a lot of the like younger groups, younger kids, go at night for like basketball and stuff like that. It's like one of those like community team things.
Hmm.
And so the gym is upstairs, and if you're under a certain age, you get different colored wristbands. So like people can monitor other people's kids who go up there. Um, so the this last time that I went to the gym, there were four or five like really young kids because you can tell by the color of their wristband. There was like a kid that was like 10 up there, just like running around sitting on like machines on their phone. They did have a phone, and they're just sitting on the machines. And I'm all like, "Where is your parent? Do they even know you're up here?" Like,
Does this gym not have like an age limit?
it does, and
Because most gyms I've
that's
been to, it's like you have to be like 13
well,
minimum.
yeah, and that's what the bands are for. The bands are for if you go upstairs, someone can see the band and be like one of the desk workers upstairs can be like, "Hey, you need to get back downstairs. You're not allowed up here."
Okay.
But I don't think there was anybody at the desk upstairs, or they weren't paying attention. But there were like two 10-year olds. There was like a someone between 14 and 17 up there, or 14 and 16 up there. Like they were actually working out, kind of, but like I was just like, who? Where are your parents? And why do you think you need to be up here? Like I'm sure all your little friends are downstairs. Like please go back downstairs. If I needed the machine you were on, I would not have been nice. But yeah, I've got
Wow.
beef with whoever's not parenting their kid at the gym
I
or the
mean,
gym section.
I kind of would too. That's kind of just why I just don't go to the gym. It's kind of why I just like
Yeah,
gave up my gym membership. I was like, I
yeah.
hate dealing with the people. So, I'll just
I
work
know,
out at
and there's
home.
some days that it's just so crowded that I can't even finish a workout, and I get upset, and I just go home.
Yeah, so I just work out at home. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is not worth it.
right. The bike, I can just listen to. Well, I can't technically because they don't display the playlist anymore. Echelon, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. What? Go back to the
What's with that?
playlist. The radio station thing is not working out.
Well,
Please.
even if they did do the radio station post like broadcast, they can write down the songs.
They can't actually.
They can't.
Because it no, because I paused one for a second because like my mom needed help bringing in the groceries while I was like in the middle of a ride.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, it changed to a completely different song. And I was like in the middle, if
And it
not
was
like the
on
beginning
demand.
of his yeah. So
What?
I don't think they can post the songs. I think it just randomly plays songs.
Is that why they don't comment? Like, if it's a radio station, they don't comment on the music anymore?
Yeah, I think that's
Because
why.
they did a read ride and it had a radio station, and he usually comments on the song when it
Hmm.
comes on. And I'm just like, oh, that's a little weird. He didn't comment on it. So that's why it like literally changes.
Yeah, because literally one of my songs for this week was "Break My Soul," and like the person didn't even care.
Oh
And
yeah,
I was like, this is a perfect writing song. Why are you
right,
not mentioning this song?
right. Damn.
So yeah, let's get rid of these stations. It's not
Yes,
working.
please. And then
Bring
for
back the
the
playlist.
ones that are actually using a playlist, can y'all put the songs out too? Because sometimes I'd be pulling up on some that actually have a playlist and the songs aren't posted.
Yeah, just
We
go back
pick
to how it
rides
used to be.
purely on how the music is.
Yeah, I used to pick my rides pure, like did not care what type of ride it was. I was just looking at the playlist.
Yeah.
And now
Like
I can't do that
I've
anymore.
gotten better. I've gotten better at like choosing a category and then looking by playlist, but some days it's just playlist.
It always just used to be playlist for me. Unless I was feeling really lazy and then I would just do it intervals and arms.
Oh. Mhm.
But 95% of the time it was just based off playlist. And now I don't have that option
Echelon.
anymore.
Echelon, get your shit together, please.
Yeah, get it together. You're pissing me off.
Yeah. You're ruining my workouts.
You had one
Hmm.
thing going for you and you're kind of ruining it. So get back
Right. Oh my
to the way
gosh.
things were.
Yes, please. I'm begging. But yeah, that was me.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So are you ready to talk about our movie this week?
Yes.
Okay, so this week we will be going over Zoolander.
Yay.
Hey, let's get started. So, our movie starts with a news story about how the new Prime Minister of Malaysia is bringing hope to the country and he pledges to raise the minimum wage and to end child labor. And this pisses off
Yay.
the heads of like the fashion world, and they tell fellow designer Jacobum, is that Jacobum? How do you say this one name?
Uh your guess is as good as mine.
Let's say Jacobum. Jacobum
I was a
Mugatu.
little altered while I watched this movie, so
True. Um,
also
Jacobum Mugatu.
my
Yeah,
first comment is just well, my first comment is this was a VH1 movie, and then immediately after that is heated in caps because one of the guys in the meeting with like the big industry heads pulls out a fan, and I'm just like
he did.
heated.
He did. I gotta cool it down.
like,
Yeah.
like I feel like the minute I saw the fan, like my mind just blacked out and just played heated in my head until the song was over.
Literally, anytime I hear that word, I think about that song. Anytime I hear heated, I'm like, heated.
We've been Pavloved.
Yeah, we have. We truly have. Beyonce is a witch. So yeah, like I said, Jacopo Mugatu is told to take out the prime minister using a dumb male model because he like is like, let's use Fabio, but they're like, he's too smart. we need a we need a simpleton.
I love their plan. Like it it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
It checks
Yeah.
out.
It checks out. We then cut to Derek Zoolander being interviewed by reporter Matilda Jeffries, where he's telling her about his trademark looks: Blue Steel, Ferrari, and La Tigra. They're all the same look.
They are.
It's just him pouting his lips.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
like his eye, like a thing with his eyes.
Yeah. He then tells her that he's working on a new look called Mac. I'm so sorry. I choked on some spit.
Ooh.
Okay. He then tells her that he's working on a new look called Magnum, but it isn't ready yet. We then get a montage of actual celebrities and Donald Trump talking about
Yes.
how much of an icon that Derek is. We then see Derek show up at the VH1 Fashion Awards, and this is an actual thing. This was an actual
Mm-hmm.
award show. I thought it was fake
No.
until I was doing the movie facts. Because I was like, this sounds so dumb. VH1 Fashion Award? It's a real thing. Or it was a real
Yeah.
thing.
Was.
Yikes.
The early 2000s was a wild place.
A wild time. Yeah, and so Derek shows up with his manager Maury Ballstein, and he comes face to face with the new hot male model Hansel, and they both don't like each other.
No.
Also, Hansel's supposed to be like a new fresh face. He's Owen
It's
Wilson? Is
Owen
that the one?
Wilson.
It's Owen Wilson. This man looks like he's like 35 years old.
Yeah. He's still younger than I've seen him like in a long time because I just haven't watched old films with him in it. But like when I saw him, I was still like, he still looks like he's like in mid 30s.
Yeah, he looks old for a
Yeah.
model.
Yeah. I don't know what the age limit is.
For a comma quote unquote new model.
Yep,
He looks
new.
old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um Also at the awards, Mugatu is being hounded by protesters and reporters about his use of child labor. During the VH1 Fashion Awards, Fabio wins Best Actor slash Model, and not to be confused with model slash actor. He's an actor slash model.
Yes.
He's an
Yeah.
actor who models, not a model who
Yes,
acts.
not a model who acts.
Yeah. And Hansel wins Model of the Year over Derek, and Derek is very delusional and just walks up on stage and
Oh yeah.
embarrasses himself because
Yeah.
he thinks that he won because he's won like the past like 3 years.
The Delulu was real.
The Delulu was real, and when Derek like embarrasses himself, Maury makes a deal with Mugatu for Derek to be the one to kill the prime minister.
Because the
Also,
choice is obvious.
the choice is obvious. Also, Lenny Kravitz was there. He was presenting the award.
Yes. Yes. There's if you don't pay attention, you miss a bunch of people who are in this movie.
Oh yeah, while I was watching this movie doing my notes, I noticed so many people who I had never noticed before.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Like
as
it's
Derek,
so unhinged. You don't know who's gonna come out.
like literally, I swear every 2 minutes a new cameo pops up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so as Derek goes home, he sees posters of Hansel everywhere, and his like mess up on the news is playing in like Times Square. He
Existential crisis.
Yeah, he gets home and there's a banner that says that like congratulates him on winning for 4 years, but they just crossed out the four and put a
The
three.
three. Mm,
Instead of just taking down the poster, they just
I
crossed out the
know.
four and put the three. The next
Awful.
morning, all of Derek's roommates try to hype him up, and they all go on a car ride and when they get to the gas station, Derek gets distracted by Matilda's article about how dumb Derek is, and he doesn't really notice that all of his friends are pouring gasoline on each other, and then he tries to stop them when one of them pulls out a lighter to smoke a cigarette, but he's too late and they blow up.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize Alexander Skarsgård was one of his roommates.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I've seen this movie so many times. How did I not know that was Alexander Skarsgård?
I don't even know, dude. At this point, it's not even
And
like you don't expect it. It's just out of everything is out of left field.
it's just there. And then his little Swedish accent is so cute.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
like Hollywood really worked that accent out of him because like I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
who is this?
You're like, wait a minute. I feel like I know this guy, but nothing's coming to mind.
Later at the funeral, Derek gives the eulogy, and during it, he retires from the modeling industry.
Mhm.
He also calls it a eulogy instead of a eulogy.
Eulogy.
Derek then confronts Matilda, and she apologizes and says that her editor was the one who made the headline. She then asks Derek for help getting Mugatu to talk to her, but he tells her that Mugatu is the one designer that has never worked with him, and he's not interested in helping her.
Yeah.
Derek's manager Maury tries to get Derek to not quit, but Derek says that he wants to open his own institute called the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Read. Yeah, yeah, read good. I want to learn other things.
That's not yet, not yet.
Oh, sorry,
Um,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
Maury then tells Derek that Mugatu wants him for his new campaign, and Derek says no, he's going back home to get in touch with his roots. So Derek goes back home to coal mining country in
Yeah.
southern New Jersey.
Yeah.
And his father and brothers are ashamed of him, but Derek really wants to prove himself as like a man. And so he goes to work with them
Yeah.
at the mines, but he pretty much just acts like he's on a photo shoot. So his
Yeah.
father tells him to leave after everyone in town sees a commercial of Derek as a merman.
I I love that the only piece on everybody that makes them like family is the hair.
The hair, the like spiked up hair, yeah.
That's how you
Yeah,
know they're all related. It's the
that's how
hair.
you know they're all Zoolanders.
Oh my
Also, his
gosh.
dad tells him, "You're more dead to me than your dead
And
mother."
you're
I
dude.
chuckled a little. I was like,
So
"That
did
was
I.
so foul. That was so foul."
It's so foul. Like, bro, that that would end me.
Yeah,
That would end
and then
me.
meanwhile, while Derek is like playing a minor, Mugatu is freaking out because he needs Derek for his plan. For some reason, they can't find any other model to do this.
I'm sure they could have.
They could have, but they're like, no, Derek is the perfect
Yeah.
model.
They're stuck on Derek.
And so Mori calls Derek for a meeting with Mugatu, and Mugatu offers to build Derek's institute. And Derek is disgusted when he sees the model of the building because he thinks it's the actual building. What is this, a center
Yeah.
for ants?
It needs to be at least three
Three
times bigger,
times as bigger. Like, come on, Derek, please.
sir. You're just making this worse for yourself.
And then Derek is, and so Mugatu's like, we'll make it bigger. Don't you worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, don't worry about
Uh,
it.
Derek is then shown Mugatu's new fashion line, Derelique, that is named after Derek, and it's literally just a homeless look. Like they're
Yeah.
literally just dressing people up in garbage and making them look like homeless people.
Yes.
Mm. Um,
Mm.
and so Mugatu has his second in command, Katinka. I tried to put in her last name. I can't pronounce that. I'm so sorry. And I wasn't
Mm-mm.
even drinking like Kelly, so I most definitely wouldn't have.
Yeah. There's
So
no hope for me at this point.
her name is just Katinka. Sorry.
Yeah.
She takes Derek to a secret spa to prepare for the show, but really they just take him there to be mind controlled and trained in karate.
Yeah.
Matilda gets an anonymous call about going to the location where Derek is and finds Derek, but is kicked out before she can get any information.
Hmm.
A couple of days later, Derek is awoken at his apartment by Matilda banging on the doors, and she tells him that Derek has been missing for a week, but Derek doesn't really seem to care.
No.
He, he was like, I was at a day spa, Matilda, day
A day
spa.
spa.
And, and she's like, but you've been gone for a week. He's like, so what?
Yeah. And then I love how he gauges how long he's been gone by how many voicemails he has.
Yeah, he has like 1,200 missed messages. He's like, wow, that's a little
Yeah.
higher than
He's
usual.
like, yeah, he's like, it was a little above average, so maybe that is concerning.
Yeah. Before kicking Matilda out, though, Derek fixes her hair because it's not good for her complexion and her hairline. He's like, don't wear your hair up like that. It's not good for you.
I know, like, I love that he like tries to help her, but the fact that he said that, like the way that he describes it, it's
Hmm.
like a backhanded compliment.
It is. But he helps her out. He puts her hair down.
Yeah, yeah.
Back at her office, Matilda meets up with her researcher and finds out that all of Mugatu's previous models died in freak accidents and sees that Katinka was at the scene of all of the deaths. One of
Mm.
them died in a freak orgy accident. I'm
Orgy
like,
accident.
how did that death come about?
Right. Like, is it one of those like had a heart attack during? Is
You're
it
right.
like I just want to know.
Were there drugs involved? How did that
Right.
happen?
Was somebody a little too drunk, slipped and fell, hit their head?
Yeah,
I want I'm very curious.
I'm a little curious on that one. And so Matilda goes to warn Derek at a party where he and Hansel are having a walk off. It's really just them just doing random shit on a runway, but
Yeah.
acting like they're doing a boxing match.
And David Bowie is there.
And David Bowie is there and he's judging.
Yes.
Hansel is able to win when he takes off his underwear without taking off his pants.
Mhm.
He literally just
I
puts his hand in his pants, moves it around a couple of times, and pulls out a freshly clean pair of white underwear.
yes.
Yep.
What
No
it's
sweat,
pure
no,
magic.
no sweat stains,
No.
no nothing. It's just
No
clean,
wrinkles.
no wrinkles, clean, freshly pressed white underwear.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he just had a pair of underwear, like an extra
Yeah.
pair in there, and he just like whipped
Definitely.
it out. Katinka comes in and Matilda drags Derek out. On their car ride, he tells her that he can't turn left. Like he literally can't turn left. Like
He
not
can't turn
like
left.
that's not like a euphemism for anything. He literally just
He
can't
yeah.
turn the direction of left.
Yes.
That's his big struggle.
Mhm.
And she tries to comfort him but can't because what she got because she tries to be like, I'm sure
What
there's tons of people who can't turn left, but she's like, that's not true.
is that true?
That's not true.
For something as specific as that, you kind of just got to be like, "Oh, you'll get it one
Oh,
day."
right. I'm so sorry. It'll
I'm
happen for
yeah.
you.
That's so rough. I'm so sorry.
She then gets a call from her anonymous person to meet at a cemetery. At the cemetery, they are met by a hand model. They said his name. I don't care. Who tells them that male models are used as assassins because they are in peak physical shape, they aren't very bright, and they can get in anywhere. Which, like, sure, I guess.
Yeah, like if you don't really think about it, it kind of makes sense.
I mean, but are male models actually in peak physical shape, or is it all just like glamour muscles? You know, those muscles that are like for show,
Mhm.
but like they
Mhm.
aren't actually strong.
Mhm.
I think
Um,
that's the case for most
maybe.
male models.
Maybe.
And also during the 2000s, wasn't this like that like I don't want to say like anorexic look, but like the anorexic
I
look.
was gonna say that, and that's why I didn't say it.
I was
Yes,
like,
I didn't see it.
wasn't everyone just like super
It
skinny in
was
the
it was
early
the anorexic look.
2000s?
It was the if I didn't see your pelvic bones, you weren't skinny enough.
Yeah, if you couldn't see the collarbones, they weren't on the runway.
Yeah.
Unless
That's
you were
when
like unless you were like a big supermodel like Naomi Campbell or
yeah,
something like that.
unless you were OG, like
Yeah.
because that's when low-rise jeans had a chokehold on everybody, and if you
And if
know,
we could see her stomach, it wasn't cute.
yeah,
But yeah, he also tells them about how the modeling industry had John Wilkes Booth, an actor slash model, kill Abe Lincoln. And then I swear that guy who played John Wilkes Booth was James Marsden. I forgot to
he is
look it
on the
up.
cast list.
He
He
is?
is on the cast
So
list. Yes,
so
I looked it up
It was James Marsden then.
because
Because I was like, "Is
after the
that James
beginning
Marsden?"
when I saw like Natalie Portman and everybody at the VH1 fashion event, I was like, I need to
Mhm.
see who else is in this. Like, I feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me. He is on the cast list.
Okay, it has to be him then. Because I looked at him and I was like, "Is that James Marsden?" And then I wrote it down and I forgot to go look at it after. So that
I
had to
know
be
because they had
him.
like they had a bunch of people listed for Zoolander, and so I like
Mhm.
made it a mission to see if I could see them in the movie.
And like that was the first person who I don't remember seeing before in this movie, and then immediately after there's another one. Because
Mm.
then the hand model starts talking about how models are like told what to do all the time and they just do it.
Oh yes,
And then we get a
yeah,
cutaway gag of Derek being told by a photographer to act like a monkey.
yes,
And the
yes,
photographer is Patton Oswalt.
yes.
I didn't realize that either. I was like,
Really?
whoa. Every time I watch this movie, I find a new cameo. So this has been
Yeah,
amazing for
yeah,
me. Um, while this hand model is telling them the story, Katinka comes in and begins shooting. So Matilda and Derek run after the hand model gets shot, and they go to Hansel's house because it's the last place that anyone would look for Derek.
yeah.
Hansel lets them in, and he and Derek have like a heart to heart, and Hansel admits that he really looks up to Derek, and they become like sort of friends.
They're just
Uh,
bros, dude.
they're just bros.
Just
Hansel,
bros.
Matilda, and Derek then start doing drugs together, kind of, and then they have
Yes.
a threesome.
Well, I think it starts there, and then it just
Oh yeah, and then it just turned into like
escalates.
an orgy,
Yeah,
pretty much. Like all his friends that were there just kind of just like show up, and you're just like,
yeah. They're like,
whoa.
oh wait, I want in on this.
Also, Matilda has like a heart to heart with them, and she tells them about like her like troubles in childhood with her weight. And
Hmm.
then she was like, "Yeah, it was really bad, and I became bulimic." And then they just start laughing at her, and they're like, "They're like, yeah, we throw up all the time." They're like, "Is that a bad thing?" And I was, yes,
Right.
yes, it's a bad thing.
They're like, what are you talking about, bro? Like that this is normal life.
Right? She's like,
You
"We do
just
it all
throw
the
up
time
after every
before
meal.
shows. Like
Right.
we do it before shows to lose a couple pounds." And she's like, "It's a
So
serious medical
awful.
condition," and they are
Right.
dying
They're
laughing.
dying.
They're like, "Girl, that's
Wild.
normal. What
Right.
are you
Right.
talking about?"
They're
Which,
like,
by the
that's a
way,
normal
not
Tuesday night.
normal. Not
It's
normal at
not.
all.
It's not. If you're struggling with something, seek
Yeah,
out some
just
help.
please take out some help. That's not normal, like at all.
It's not. That was just for the bit.
Yeah, it was just for the movie.
Yeah.
We're This is also an old movie. We're like making fun of
Yes.
eating disorders was like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next morning, Derek comes up with an idea to disguise himself and Hansel to sneak into Maury's office. He disguises himself as a Hispanic man and Hansel. No, no, he disguises himself
No.
as a black man and Hansel as
Mm.
a Hispanic man, just using a
Yes.
little bit of makeup.
Just a little.
They they just use like a little compact that Hanzo
Yeah.
has, and
Yeah.
they do this elaborate makeup and change their hair.
Yes.
And so Matilda tries to get them to like email the files to her, but they don't know how to use a computer.
This
They
was the point where when they start like banging on the
mhm.
computer.
Like they're in
Uh
2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah.
yes. Um I watched this movie with my brother and his girlfriend, and she used to be sitting next to me, and she's just like deadpan. She's like, "I'm losing brain cells watching this," and I just burst out laughing. I'm like, I have to put that in the notes. I gotta put that in the notes.
Oh, she has to let herself have a little bit more fun. This is a comedy movie. Like
I
it's
know
not
this is.
supposed to make sense.
It's not supposed. It's supposed to be dumb.
And so yeah, Matilda also learns about Mugatu's past. He was a guitar player for a band. They said the band's name. I don't remember it. I'm so sorry.
Don't remember.
Before he got kicked out, and then he invented the piano key necktie and became a fashion designer soon after. Derek then decides to go to the show because he's never missed a show and he's not going to now. Matilda then learns from Hansel that Derek went to the show, so she gets him. Uh, so she's like, the files are in the computer, and he takes it literally.
Yes.
He's like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. He's like, I got it. You should have just said that from the beginning.
Yeah. Maury comes to wish Derek luck at the show, and Derek tells him that he knows what he did, and Maury says that he's sorry, but doesn't do anything about it. He's
No.
like, I'm sorry, Derek.
Also, right before the scene happens, they're calling. They're trying to get the models into like makeup, and
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the what's his Magatu's assistant's name, but he's all like, I need the crackheads and the whores in makeup right now, and I'm like,
I feel like
I'm
his
like,
name is
this.
Tom. Is his name
I can't
Tom?
remember,
I feel like his name might be Tom. Yeah.
but I was like, no way.
Yes. Yes, way. When Matilda gets to the show, she's grabbed by Katinka. Derek walks on stage and they start playing his trigger song, Relax. And he starts doing
Hmm.
karate moves, but Hansel breaks in to the DJ booth and changes the song. And then he and the DJ fight over the song a couple of times before Hansel finally just unplugs the music. Right before Derek is about to snap the neck of the Prime Minister. Hansel then whips out the monitor for Mori's computer to show that he has evidence of Mugatu's wrongdoings. But then he smashes it on the floor because, like I said earlier, he thinks the files are literally
It
inside of the
there,
computer. I never
yeah,
had an
like a.
iMac. I never had an iMac
Me neither.
before, but is does that thing that's just the monitor, right? Like the actual like hard drive and stuff isn't in there. Why was Matilda so upset that he crashed the monitor? I
See, I don't know if the IMAX had a tower or not.
did they? I yeah, I don't know. I never had one. But
I
like
don't know.
if it was just the monitor, it's not gonna really affect
It's not.
anything.
Yeah, it's not.
Either
You
way,
needed the tower.
you needed the tower.
It's like the Spider-Man thing.
Oh yeah, from Across the Spider-Verse when he
Yeah,
just like
when Miles takes the monitor
takes the monitor. It's
and
like,
other Spider-Man's
no,
like, yeah, actually we don't need
no,
this part.
we don't need it. It's not necessary. And so yeah, the computer is crashed. It's dead. It can't be used anymore. Um, and then Maury comes on stage and he says that he has copies of the files at home, and he calls his wife to bring the zip drive to the show.
Yeah.
Mugatu then goes a little crazy and he like talks about how Zoolander sucks and now all of his looks are the same. And then he throws
He's not wrong.
is it a shuriken star?
Yeah, a
Shuri
shuriken.
Shuriken? star
Yeah.
at the prime minister. So Derek jumps in front of him, turns left, and debuts Magnum. Magnum is the
Uh,
exact same look as the
yes.
other three looks, but for some reason it's magical. It
Yes.
like
Well, it's
stops
because he
everyone
turned
in it.
left.
Maybe that's the extra oomph he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and so when he does it, it stops everyone in their tracks, including the star. The star just falls to the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, and so Mugatu gets arrested. Derek's father is finally proud of him. Derek and Matilda kiss, and Derek opens up the Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good and Who Want to Learn to Do Other Stuff Good too. He added to it. He added to
Yeah.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
because now he's also teaching like the business of modeling. He has
Yes.
Maury, who should also be in jail who should
Yes.
also be in jail. He has him
Yes.
teaching the kids like
Conspiracy. Yeah.
he has the kids teaching. He's teaching the kids like how to be a manager.
Yeah.
Like he's in there with the kids, and he's like, your client gets like I think it was like 3% of all underwear
Yeah.
sales, which is
Yeah.
insane. Like models don't get that.
Yes. No.
And he's like, what do you do when you get offered that? And the kids are like, screw him, ask for more.
Oh.
Which isn't that would never happen. Models don't get a percentage of clothing sales. Like, come
Mm-mm.
on. No model gets that. Not Cindy Crawford, not Naomi Campbell,
No.
not Tyra Banks. None of those people get percentages of sales. And then Matilda and Derek have a kid named Derek Jr. and he has like the same look as Derek. He has like the spiky black hair. He
Yep.
does the um Blue
The iconic look.
Steel, Latigra, Magnum, all of that. He does
Magnum.
that look. And they live happily ever after, and they do a story time underneath a fountain of his old modeling friends spraying gasoline over themselves.
I love that that's like the four running fountain in
Yeah,
front of the building.
a bunch of guys who killed themselves spraying
Right.
gasoline over the yeah.
Insane.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Kelly, are you ready for the copious amount of movie facts that I have?
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, first one. Ben Stiller wrote David Bowie's scene as like a judge of a walk-off into the script without knowing for sure whether or not David Bowie would agree to do it. And he did.
Wow. I mean, I feel like when you are presented with an opportunity like this to just do something dumb, I feel like the
Yeah.
answer always has to be
You
yes.
just have to say yes. If
Yeah,
you have nothing else
because
going on, just do it.
right, and when is this opportunity ever gonna come again?
It'll
You
never
just
come again. So he's got
you
to
just
do
got to
it.
do this dumb stuff.
Ben Stiller wrote the part of Hansel specifically for Owen Wilson and said that no one else was even considered for the role. So,
Okay.
yay. Ben Stiller has several family members in this film. His wife, Christine Taylor, who played Matilda, his father, Jerry Stiller, who played Maury, his mother, Anne Mira, who was the protester who hit Mugatu with an egg, his his sister, Amy Stiller, who was one of Hansel's friends in his loft, and then his brother-in-law, Mitch Winston, who was the director of like the infomercial at the end of the movie for the Center for Kids Who Don't Read So Good and Want to Learn Other Stuff. What is it? The Center for Wait, no, I got it. I got it. It's the Center for Kids Who Can't Read
Don't
Good and
read
Want to
good.
Learn to
Good.
Who can't read good and want to learn to do other stuff good too.
Yes.
He's the director for that infomercial.
Uh,
Another movie fact. Images of the World Trade Center towers were removed before the movie's September 28th, 2001 release. Only 17 days after the 9/11 attacks where the like towers were brought down. They were edited out of one shot and obscured in another.
are you serious?
Yeah. They were like, oops, those aren't there anymore. Rip.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
but was like that was that a thing?
Yeah. They did that in tons of movies.
But why?
I think in Lilo and Stitch, they were originally supposed to be flying a plane at the end of the movie instead of a spaceship, and they changed it to a spaceship because of 9/11.
Okay, like I understand that one. But removing the towers fully themselves?
Yeah. They just went in, digitally removed the towers, and were like, we're not dealing with that.
But why?
Mm. People were
That's
very
what I want to
sensitive after
know.
9/11.
I know, but
People,
like they clearly filmed before it.
it doesn't matter.
Was it going to
It
trigger somebody?
it was probably it came out
I
11 days after 9/11, or not 11,
I don't
17
know.
days after
17
9/11.
days.
So yeah.
Okay.
Last movie fact though, the coal mining
Okay.
scenes were filmed at the Sterling Hill Mining Museum in Ogdensburg, New Jersey, which was formerly a zinc mine. And despite what the film suggests, there are no coal mines in New Jersey.
I didn't think so, but
I
thanks for
didn't think so
confirming that.
either. But yeah, that's
I
it.
appreciate that. Okay.
So
All right.
Kelly, it's time for the question. Is this movie iconic?
Yes.
I agree.
This movie is iconic. It's a good time.
Fun time. Great,
It's a
great
it's a
fun
good
time.
time. Yeah, it's a good
A
one.
a very quotable film.
Oh yeah, when we were watching it, my brother like every once in a while was like, "Is that where that meme comes from?" And I'm all like, "Yep."
Yeah. Has your brother never seen this movie before?
He's never seen Zoolander.
Oh, yikes! Don't want. Tell him not to
Yeah.
watch the second one. Don't
Oh,
watch
was
the
it
second
bad?
one. Yeah, it's really bad.
I haven't
Don't
seen it.
watch.
Oh, okay.
Don't watch it.
Okay.
But yeah, great time. Really funny. Great cameos. It had a moment. It had a moment. I feel like instead of doing a like sequel, he should have just did like a little mini series or something of like little skits as Zoolander,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
that would have
Yeah.
been better
That would have been funny.
because I feel like this movie did not need a sequel at all.
Yeah, it didn't need one. It was a good ending.
Yeah, but yeah, we both agree. Iconic. We're back on the same page again because
Yes, we
last week's
are.
movie we both said was iconic. This week's movie we both say is iconic. Yay!
We are now once again sharing a brain cell.
Yeah, we might split off every once in a while, but it
Yeah.
always ends up connecting right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Kelly, what are your recommendations?
Okay, so I've got two recommendations. Both of them are songs. First one is Lose My Breath by Destiny's Child.
Great.
I
That song. That song. Lose My Breath will get me up every time. Every
Yeah,
time. Every time.
I'm not gonna lie. When during work this week on like the really tough moments, Deja Vu and Lose My Breath pick me right
Two
back
s-
up.
two songs that will always get me moving.
Oh yeah.
That will always bring up my mood.
Yeah. I had to
Especially
refrain from like doing a little dance at my desk because like I was feeling it.
okay. I get it
But
though.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just need a little bit of lose my breath to get you through the day.
Mm-hmm. Make me lose my breath.
Ooh. Okay. And my second recommendation is one of my out of left field recommendations. It's a Swedish song.
Okay.
I found it when I was in middle school, and then I recently remembered it for some reason. Like a part of my brain just unlocked and was like, "Hey, you remember this song?" And so, it's a bop. I love it. It's called Hall Omig, and I'm gonna say this artist's name very wrong. It Nane or Non. It's Nane. No idea.
Okay.
I'm probably murdering it, but yeah, it's a bop. If you want to give Swedish music a listen, try that song. It's the
Okay.
only Swedish song I know.
The only
So,
Swedish music I know is from ABBA.
yes, true.
ABBA and any song that Max Martin has made. That's it.
So yeah, that's me.
Oh, actually, is S Club Swedish? Is that what the S is for?
I thought they were English.
Let- Quick second. Let's see.
Am I wrong?
S Club.
Let's bring the
Oh,
house down.
they're British. Yeah, never mind. Oh, okay,
Yep.
yeah, just ABBA and Max Martin. Okay, but yeah, let's see. For me, I have three. My first one is "Addictive" by Truth Hurts featuring Rakim. Good song. I heard it on TikTok. Oh, I haven't heard the song in a while.
Hmm.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Who knows what happened to Truth Hurts, but it's fine. I love a
Does
one hit
anybody know?
wonder. I love a one
Yeah.
hit wonder. It's fine. My second recommendation is "I Bet" by Sierra. That's been trending all over Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's a good song, so like, it's fine with me that it's all over Twitter. Sierra had something to prove. She had something to prove, and
Rent
I
was
love that
due.
for her. Rent was due. She just had a baby. Her baby daddy wasn't treating her right. She was like, you know what? Let me buy some Pampers. Let me let me get some Pampers in this house. And then soon after, she started dating Russell Wilson. It was just a great run of luck for her.
Yeah, it was.
And then my last recommendation, I think I've recommended this at some point before, maybe like a year or two ago, but I'm gonna
That's the
recommend it
fear of
again.
mine that I recommend something that I've already recommended.
But I don't care. Because I'm currently rewatching the show. It's
Okay.
Hellcats. Great show.
Oh, yeah.
I The show was pretty much made for me, and I'm really upset that it only got one season.
Boo.
This could have minimum been a three-season show, but I can't ever have nice things, but it's fine. Like, it starred Ashley Tisdale and Allie from Ellie and AJ.
Hmm.
I think AJ also comes onto the show later. I'm on episode like
Oh,
19 right
really?
now. So
Hmm.
I'm almost done with the show. I think she comes in like in the last like one or two episodes. So yeah, I'm really upset that I'm almost done with the show and it's just going to be over.
Hmm.
Like, so much potential. Are some of these episodes misses? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the storylines are so crazy and it's just so much fun. I really enjoy this show. Tell me why the last episode, spoiler alert, even though the show came out like 15 years ago, tell me why this, like, their athletic director or whatever, literally got arrested, or not arrested. He had to like step down because he had been like paying like the football players to like blackmail them into like being complicit on the team and like any illegal stuff that was happening. It was just a mess. And then like
What the heck?
one of the football players robbed like a pharmacy, and then they like blamed a homeless guy for it, and so one of the cheerleaders who like wants to be a lawyer, she got the she found out about it, and she was like trying to help the homeless guy, and then they
Hmm.
got the football player to confess, and then that's how they got the athletic director to like quit. So he's
What
gone
the
now.
heck?
It's a it's a crazy show. If you want to watch it, I'm watching it on Tubi. Great,
Okay.
great, great time. Great time. It's one of the old CW shows, like when CW was good.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Say
think
less.
I'm I think I'm gonna watch my other favorite one season CW show after this. The Secret
Which
Circle.
one?
The
Yeah, the
Secret
secret's cool.
Circle, Kelly. Oh, the Secret Circle. I have such fun, and also there's like actor crossover between these shows.
Oh.
There's like an there's like an actor who's on both of these shows. I'm just like, sir, you have bad luck with shows. You have really bad luck. But yeah, I can't wait. The Secret Circle might be my favorite one season series of all time.
Wow.
Hmm. So much
Slay.
potential, Kelly. So much. Like it could have been better than the Vampire Diaries if they had given it some room to grow.
No way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media. What?
Nothing, never mind.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Uh, don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. They're both at SY2I Podcast. Also, don't forget to send us your movie requests or your movie stories at our email, sytyi@gmail.com. Do you also like Hellcats? Like, let me know. Are you are you also upset the Secret Circle didn't continue? Let me know.
We have a support group.
Yeah. Yeah. Come join me. Come get in our email. I'll I'll start like a Facebook group or something. I don't know. They don't
Facebook.
have Twitter. They don't have Twitter circles anymore. I would have said Twitter a Twitter circles group, but they don't have
Hmm.
Twitter circles anymore. We'll find a way to we'll find a way. We'll find a way to communicate. Just let me know. Um yeah, don't forget to share this with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts, and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts with 5 stars.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone continue to be safe. If you're sick, stay home. Get your flu shot, your COVID booster, all of that fun stuff. Wash your hands. Don't get other people sick.
Yeah, take care of yourselves,
Take care of
please.
yourselves. Take your vitamin C, your vitamins. Where
Yes, the daily vitamins.
what else could I wear your sunscreen?
Oh, yes.
I think I might start taking daily collagen. Just
Ooh,
to
I've looked into
just
that actually.
just to really fight the aging process as much as possible.
I've looked into like the collagen biotin mixes.
Yeah, might start doing that because I want to be looking like that girl. What's her? I know her actual name. Her name is Gianni Samuels, but she
Oh,
was
yeah.
her. She's like
Hmm.
she's like 40 something years old, and she still looks like a teenager. I want to be
She's
like
slaying it.
that. I want to be
She's
like that.
slaying.
And I just watched a TikTok where she was like, "Yeah, I take a bunch of vitamins, I drink a bunch of water, and I put collagen in my water." And I'm like, "Girl, say less. I'm right here
Yeah,
with
but
you."
see, I feel like I'm one of those people that like with the water stuff. Like if I add something, like it has to taste good. Like I'm
Does it have?
sorry if it
Does it?
doesn't.
Then put it in like I don't know your tea or something, or put it in something that already has a taste. Put it in like your
True.
protein powder
True.
or whatever.
True.
But no, I might have to get up on that. I want to be like you, my boy. Look good,
I'm trying to be like you, my boy.
my boy. So yeah, everyone stay healthy, stay safe out there, and stay
Mm.
iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.